Close reading is a strategy that can be used when reading challenging text. This strategy requires teachers to help students become active readers. Adopting the use of insert learning in your classroom and school can accomplish this daunting task of close reading easily and quickly, allowing you to improve your students' reading comprehension. There are 3 simple phases to close reading, all of which can be accomplished by using insert learning. In this video, I'm going to walk you through these 3 phases in detail. One of the first and core concepts of close reading is having students be able to identify the main idea and details. You can do this easily with insert learning. Simply insert a sticky note giving students direction that they should use the annotation tools to then highlight and comment on the main idea of each paragraph and one or more important detail. For scaffolding of this skill, you may want to insert videos or other interactives which teach the skill of main idea and details. Another option would be to insert multiple choice questions for students to identify these concepts, giving them feedback immediately. It is also important that students have the skill of summarization. Using the Insert Learning question tool, insert a question asking students to summarize. For scaffolding, you could make this multiple choice to give students immediate feedback once again. In this key ideas and details phase, it is important for students to practice vocab acquisition and usage. One option is to have students use the annotation tools to highlight vocabulary words and comment with their definitions. Another option would be to insert questions where students can answer with a vocabulary word that they've learned and use it in a new sentence. You can also use the sticky note feature to embed vocabulary sets from popular websites. Going a step further would be to have students create these sets themselves from the reading and use their own sticky note feature to insert these. The second phase of close reading is really tied to text-dependent questions, which students must answer using evidence directly taken from the text. The standards heavily emphasize that students are able to answer questions that are dependent on their knowledge gained from the text and use evidence. You can do this by simply inserting questions with the Insert Learning toolbar. As previously shown, you can scaffold by having the questions be multiple choice or free answer. Make sure to include in the question, however, that using textual evidence for their answer is key. Suggested types of questions for this section are questions regarding author's purpose. For example, what is the main purpose of this text? To inform, entertain, or persuade? Text structures like expository or fiction, and text features like headings and why the author has used them. For example, headings, subheadings, images, and captions, among others, are all types of questions that you should be asking your students in this second and important phase of close reading. A great function of using Insert Learning is the ability once again to insert videos and other multimedia to reach and teach students who are unsure of these concepts at their points of confusion. In Phase 3, your focus is for students to apply the knowledge that they've learned in the text to new ideas and concepts. Insert Learning has multiple ways that you can easily do this. The first and foremost way would be to ask open-ended questions. Use verbs like hypothesize and evaluate to have students apply their new knowledge. Once again, make sure students are using textual evidence in their answers. Another great way to have students apply their new knowledge is to insert live updating class discussions. Make sure to require students to reply to others in the class. You can use some of the same verbs as discussed above in your discussion questions, like hypothesize and evaluate. You can also have students make text-to-self, text-to-text, and text-to-world connections. This can be done in a simple open-ended question, but you could also give students the direction to use their own sticky notes to insert images, videos, and drawings, or even chunks of other text to show how they can connect the text and what they've learned to other things around them and other things they are learning in school. In conclusion, Insert Learning can help students improve their reading comprehension skills and learn the concepts important to the Common Core state standards. By using questions, sticky notes, discussions, and annotations, students can become active readers in a close reading lesson that their teachers can do anywhere on the web.